And our reporter Abongile Jantjies has been at court and spent some time watching this case very closely, and he joins us live now. Abongile, one of the things that the judge is talking about is that this is something of a horror movie, and certainly when those news headlines, were all over the media and social media platforms, a lot of people were really reading in horror the details of such a gruesome killing. Talk to us about how Alutha Pasile was looking in the dock as he was being sentenced.
Well, as he was being sentenced, Bongi, he did really show some tears fell out of his eyes. Something they say it is that he regrets it more than being remorseful. As the social worker was testifying here during the pre-sentencing, say he is a humble person and a kind, loving person, but also on the other hand, very dangerous. Those are some of the things Judge Thami Beshe brought into her sentencing, and that Pasile, even though he is someone who is educated, could have avoided butchering her body into pieces before dumping her that suitcase on the 17th of August. This matter has really drawn attention from all people. Even the Minister of Higher Education, Bladen Zimande, attended Nosicelo's funeral. Her family is really not happy with the sentence, believing that it's a slap in the wrist. They were hoping that it would be something of a life term in prison without the possibility of parole. They believe that he might go outside and then reoffend, even though they say even though they accept the judgment, but they are not happy. They came all the way from Matatiela, over 500 kilometers to East London, where they had to come and witness these sentencing proceedings today. While her dad, who was vocal about it, she says he has suffered 2 heart complications since the matter emerged of her daughter being since her daughter died. Well, they were hoping that she would be someone who would be the breadwinner of the family as she was doing her final year as a law student, and bring some sense of hope into the family, but that was not to be. And that's what they are saying, that they brought her up difficulty with hardships, even her registering at the University of Fort Hare. That was something that was really difficult for them to do, as they really struggle financially. Now their beacon of hope is no more, and the man accused of her death is going to jail. Even though he is going to jail, it's not enough for them. And
Abongile, one of the things that you touched on is her family. We saw her father breaking down on the stand at some point, saying that he's really struggling. But let's talk about Alutha Pasile's family. Was anyone around to support him, and what have they had to say?
Well, the Pasile family, they've been mute. We saw a gentleman making contact with him, having a brief conversation. It is believed that it is his uncle, but when we tried to approach him, he said he would make no comment in the matter. And they say they will make contact with the Pasile, with Nosicelo's family outside the media in a private setting, where they will actually extend a word of apology to them. And they are saying, and really there's not much heard about the family of Alutha Pasile. All that we know is that he was a resident of NU3 Mdantsane, not too far from here in East London.
All right, that's our reporter there, Abongile Jantjies, who was watching those proceedings there in court. You can see on the side of your screen Alutha Pasile being sentenced to 25 years in prison.